beautiful people, how you all doing? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Blessing and you're welcome to my Blessedom TV. If you are new to my channel, don't hesitate to subscribe and join us here. And I like to appreciate everyone who keeps coming back, who watch my videos, who support this channel. Thank you so much. So in this video, I want to quickly talk about Nigeria Super Cup, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP Abba Kyari, who has been indicted in the US for enabling money laundering of Hushpuppi, who is actually Ramon Abbas, but he is popularly known by his Instagram social media name as Hushpuppi. So Hushpuppi was arrested sometime last year. I did a video about him here. You can see the link of that video here. So he was arrested last year over fraudulent activities concerning internet scams, and he was arrested in the UAE and extradited back to the US. And yeah, as a matter of that and also other activities, Nigerians in the UAE are not having it funny, and right now I even learned they stopped issuing visas, and even flight operations to Nigeria has been stopped. But be that as it may, the Deputy Commissioner of Police of Nigeria, until now he has been known as the Super Cop. He just kind of comes in and solutions happen, and he has been able to carry out high profile arrest and kind of closing cases that seemed very troublesome and problematic. He has stepped in, and there have been solutions to those problems. So this indictment is a huge blow to his person, to his career, and yeah, it's almost like scrutiny. Like he had to be scrutinized, because up until now it's just been praises when it's coming, Super Cop and all those kind of a thing. So yeah, he said to have enabled the money laundering of Hushpuppi by maybe providing the account into which the money was paid, and also by arresting a friend of Hushpuppi who was also maybe part of the deal or something like it, to get him out of the way. So Hushpuppi called on Abba Kyari. Obviously he has a relationship with him, he had direct access to him, and as a matter of fact, not just him, I've seen pictures of other celebrities or well-known people being in pictures with him. It's like he likes the social life and being in the limelight and stuff like that. So anyways, Hushpuppi informs him he should arrest this man for whatever reason, deal between them. And I think Hushpuppi and this Vincent of a man that was arrested are also friends. And so Abba Kyari went and arrested this guy and put him in jail. And while he was in jail, the girlfriend of this guy was looking for money to bail him out, and she actually went to Hushpuppi to ask for help, and Hushpuppi said he's going to help with 100,000 naira. So in the conversation with which Abba Kyari was indicted, one can see Abba Kyari saying, does she think that is a normal arrest or something like that? So eventually the man would be let go, and on the request of Hushpuppi, like Hushpuppi had to tell him, okay, now you can release him, now collect all his things from him, don't allow him to get hold of you or his gadgets again, something like that. So it shows what we already know about a lot of issues that go on in Nigeria. Like, if you have money, if you have connection, that you can more or less buy judgment, you can more or less use your money and pay the police to kind of be your instrument of tormentation on whoever doesn't agree on you. Like, it's just kind of crazy, but it happens. I know people, because they are well to do, and if you have any problem with them, they will go and call the police for you, settle the police will not be the one that will be coming to harass you. We've seen cases like that, and I think this is something that is going on, that this guy likes those people. And if you may, it can even be like, he's kind of mingling with the people, to kind of have more underground doings, to know how things are running. You never know when somebody is a cop. He may be like in your face like this, being your friends, but somehow he may be undercover also with you. So I don't know anything about that about him per se, but I am saying that we know that most times people who have money like Hushpuppi, contacted him and say arrest this person, and without any investigation, just at the whim of the person who has the money, who paid, you just go and arrest somebody and put him in jail, and then you wait for the person to give you the go ahead to release the person. Whereas Abba Kyari was writing on his Facebook page that there is no such thing, that he was just kind of acting in between as the tailor for Hushpuppi, that Hushpuppi saw some of the native that he was wearing and wanted some of it, and the money was supposed to be for the tailor, and the money was paid directly to the tailor, and when the tailor finished sewing the clothes, the tailor brought them to him. So basically he's saying that he was acting as an intermediary between Hushpuppi and the tailor, because I don't know, if the tailor finished sewing the clothes, why not deliver it to the person that gave you the money? But obviously, perhaps his presence is to persuade the tailor to sew the clothes quickly and on time, because most times, when you give the tailor your clothes, they will say they've heard, they will say tomorrow. When you come, you barely ever get your clothes the time you want. So I don't know what is going on there, and I don't make excuses for him. I believe he will have his day to answer to the indictment and to extricate himself, if he's innocent, So I'm just saying, on the premise of what I know, that I've seen many cases where people who have money, who knows their way around, can use that money, can use that knowing people connection to be a source of oppression for people who are poorer, people who don't have that privilege, and basically make life very difficult for them. So the only thing that is troubling here is that he's actually associating with somebody that you could almost tell that there's criminality, or maybe whatever he's doing may not be legit, may not really be according to the law, and still he was still going into interaction with him and having this relationship with him. And be that said, I've also seen him having a relationship with some other notable people. Like, for example, when Obi Kubana doings was happening in Oba, he was also there, So, these are the things that you wonder, what is actually going on, And the US have their evidence, and they have tabled it out and say, this is the evidence of the indictment we have against you. So, personally, I feel like this Taylor story doesn't fly. I feel it's very hurried to shut people up, forgetting that this is coming from the US and stuff like that. It's not something you can just kind of superimpose another thing on top of it, because it's America, yeah, the FBI, before they will issue that kind of warrant, they must have gone through tons of information and kind of, came to this conclusion. So yeah, nonetheless, it's a very, very sad story that somebody that you will be looking at, in no distant time, he's going to be the commissioner of police, being indicted that he's actually having any kind of relationship with people who are fraudulent, whose source of income are not really known. It's very unfortunate. And even when you talk about Hushpuppi, he's just like a middleman, if you may, because the real people who are getting the bulk of all the money that they get to steal and transfer into accounts were not going to him, Hushpuppi, but was going to the Russians and to the North Koreans, according to the story that I heard. So I heard that Hushpuppi was just like a go-between guy. His own role was just to provide them with a bank account with which they will be able to divert the funds from organizations and rich people. And Hushpuppi delivers. So every time he is able to pull through a deal, he gets like 5% or 10%. Imagine. So the person that gets 5%, the person that gets 10% is the one making the largest noise, And of course, he needed to make the noise because, he's arrived, he's rich now, like he want to be fame also, he want the fame, he wants to be famous. And so he has to make the whole world hear about his wealth, and forgetting that your wealth is not coming from a legitimate place, So at the end of the day, it's just a tragedy. It's a tragedy because now Hushpuppi, he's going to go to jail, and the major source of his indictment was his showing off on Instagram, on social media, and he got just about 5%, and the other ones are faceless because they don't have social media profile, like they are not visible. Only Hushpuppi, the go-between guy, was visible. So these other people, according to the story, I'm not sure, this is hearsay, basically this is hearsay, and they say that these other people, they have gone with their 90% or even 95%, as the case may be, and they are living off it, and they are doing fine. And the person that got the 5%, 10% out of every deal is the one that was flaunting it on social media, is the one that put a face to this group of internet fraudsters that nobody really can put a face to it, can put a name to it. It was Hushpuppi with his flamboyance, to show off, to let the people know that a new guy has arrived, someone has made it, and he was just kind of showing himself off and making himself the talk of town, like famous, if you may. And this is the only thing that attracted all this investigation. And most of the investigation, a large portion of the investigation was done on his social media profile account and his interactions on the phone and stuff like that, whereas the other ones largely remain unknown, obscure, like no name to their to their internet profile. They're just anonymous, like they don't have no pictures, they don't have no real name, and you just have acronym, like that kind of just have some kind of acronym, like there's really no way they can even say is this person, but the assumption is that they are Russia, North Korea and Russia, so it is what it is. Right now we just have to wait for the whole thing to play out, because I cannot really say, oh yeah, bring him out and and prosecute him or whatever. I'll just say, okay, we'll have to wait for these things to play out and let him present his own evidence, go and answer for his role, and extricate himself from the whole thing if he's really innocent. And if he's not innocent, I doubt that Nigeria is going to release him to America. But for now, let's just keep our fingers crossed. I just wanted to share with you, it's been going on. It's a disappointment. A DCP, a promising young man, has numerous awards to his name, being involved in any kind of business transaction that is not legit, makes one begin to wonder what is going on underneath and stuff like that. But anyways, I don't want to go into all those things. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Write your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to my channel if you are yet to do so, and I'll see you very soon in another video. Bye for now. Bye.